I'm going to pick up exactly where I left off, trying to find the truth thing that I abandoned looking for at the very end of last stream. Let's take a look at a little bit more of the truth.
Or was it 2008, 1708? I can't remember.
Okay, so picking up where we left off, the truth, which was the last one that we came in on, which at this point is, I feel like, Tom coming on this journey with me. We last saw the Abstergo email somehow authorizing on the back end the test of the atomic bomb, and sort of implying where that is and how that's going to work. So that's sort of where we're at. And now that's not true. The last one we did, after we got all of that, we went into this modern phase, this run of sort of how the Templar and the Pieces of Eden were seen starting to influence culture and politics into sort of the present moment through industry and technology and sort of the advent of the nuclear age into the digital age. Then we had one that was a little bit weird, which is why we're committed to coming back to this right now, where we got to see something that was somehow connecting this idea of demigods to the concept of assassins. And I think it's part of what stood out about it is it is one of the weakest recently. I just rewatched this while pulling together the recap, because it starts with one of sort of the picture, like one of these things is not like the other picture selection puzzles, and each of them were the conception of a demigod, which in and of itself is problematic in all these ways, which we're not going to get into because that's not really the point of this. We will come back to it later, I promise. And then that resolved into the assassin logo once we solved that puzzle, at which point we then took the assassin logo as a cursor around a map and clicked on a bunch of targets that became names in a way that was like not entirely clear as to who the assassin was versus who the target was. Now, I think the map was intended to say that each of the pictures were targets, that they were associated with the Templar or some other thing that the assassins were acting against. But at the same time, it was left kind of, in my mind, especially on this closer reading, it is intentionally vague. Like the fact that Rasputin and John Wilkes Booth show up imply, especially given what we've seen about Rasputin, implies that they were Templar, or at least Templar tools that assassins targeted. But that's complicated by the actual history. That's complicated, and it's left with, like, especially like Booth specifically jumps out to me in that moment as someone who is there to be kind of vague in the map. Like it's hard to think through, it's hard to understand why they chose to put Booth on the map as a potential target of the assassins, given that the thing that people most associate Booth with is an assassination. And so it's really, really, and that the narrative that is being presented of the assassins aligns with, death to tyrants. And it is, and I think that given what we're seeing in sort of the walking this line of not wanting to overcommit, undercommit to one side or the other in terms of the political moment in which the games are being developed, where it's the end of the Bush era. We are on the cusp of Obama and the birth of the Tea Party, and like all of these things that make it real, like little things like that feel, at the time we're 100% like it's in this weird thing. We're putting it there. It doesn't need to be specific, but now reads a little bit more in a way of like, it also leaves this opening for interpretation that isn't necessarily productive or helpful. Okay. So this letter, Nicola, we know what they have done to your lab, to your career. It may be too late to set things right, but you can help prevent something far worse. They've taken an object from the Tsar and are conducting experiments in Tunguska, not Tuskegee, Tunguska, very different, to figure out how to use it. Before they do, we must take it from them, or the world will be in danger. We do not ask you to risk your life, just that when the time comes, you use your electricity to destroy the object. Regardless of your decision, know that we admire your work greatly and bear you no ill. And will bear you no ill will. We respect your freedom above all else. So again, coming right off the John Wilkes Booth thing, the respect of freedom in that instance feels pretty clear. But again, who can say? All right, so now what I need to do is select things that are in the right place. No. Wait, no. How did it? There we go. Cool. So the assassins managed to steal the staff and then get it to Tesla, who apparently destroys it with a nuke. This is weird. Like, this one especially is very strange. Like that one, I think, again, I think we're coming out of the part of the story where this makes a ton of sense. The bunker, World War II archive, access denied. Okay, so fun, weird shapes that need to key in. So we can see that if you look in the lower rightmost image, there is the what is currently above the 1, the greater than less than sign, and then we're looking for a number. What is the number that it is attached to? This is actually about the number of lines broken by angles. So 3 is 1, 4 is 2, 5 is 3, 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 is going to be one that has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha! Got it. Okay. From the Abstergo Corporation, May 2nd, 1945, the war is over and we are in control as planned, but a slight concern has arisen. I've received word from our agents in Berlin. H was supposed to execute his double inside the bunker and meet C at the rendezvous point with the Piece of Eden. It's been 3 days. He still hasn't appeared. Something must have gone awry. Please send instructions. So the implication here being that Hitler was part of the Templar and had a body double that he was supposed to kill and escape with the Piece of Eden. The implication here is that the assassins got to him first. What's interesting is who C is, so we'll find out later.
The war, they engineered the peace, but they weren't going to get away with it. Find our mark.
There it is. What's interesting is that I think that the writing team struggled to keep coherence inside of the meta plot as we got into talking about what was going on in the present age. Because I think part of it is that they had an idea, they hadn't written out the story far enough. So like, we don't know who C is, but I think that you're supposed to think from the comment that 16 makes at the end, that C in that letter is Churchill. And which is which aligns with, again, what we were talking about last time around, the type of conspiracy theory that is really about, you know, the thing to fear is power in general. There is no such thing as good power. Now, I think that there are coherent arguments around that. What we will start to see as we get further into the games is that it has a little bit, like, it does a better job. The team, you know, and we are coming into, like, this is the first time they're really breaking into the concept of contemporary relationships to assassins, Templar, and power, and like what the moral compass of the series means relative to those things. What we'll start to see as we get further into the game is both a complicating of the Templar and assassin morality, which I think is appropriate, but also a willingness to acknowledge that people in power aren't broken up between Templar and assassins or Templar and assassin sympathizers. All of these people aren't cleanly split between assassins and Templar.
Where is Emilio?
I told him to be here.
You told him yourself, in person?
Yes, myself, in person. I'm concerned that you don't trust me.
As am I. Perhaps you'll arrive with the others. Walk with me.
Cool. We are being introduced to another Templar.
Buongiorno, cousin. Signor Carlo?
We thought Emilio would be with you.
Emilio is dead.
What? How?
The assassin. The same one who hunted down the Pazzi. He's here in Venezia.
E così? Silvio, did you not know? He could be anywhere. He could be here right now and we might not even know. He struck Emilio inside his own palazzo.
And so, what of our plans?
There is no longer time for subtlety, my brothers. We must act now.
But Marco, I'm so close. A few more days, if I can just...
No. It happens this week.
Enough with your inane prattle. The choice of Dojo was never up to any of you. And you were never given permission to make plans.
I love him. He's the worst.
We wish only to serve.
The plan is this. Dojo Mochenigo will die tonight. And once the deed's been done, Marco shall take his place.
Vi ringrazio umilmente, maestro.
Good. Messer Grimaldi, you are closer to
Eyes bugging out.
most vital. Serve us well, and it won't be forgotten. Walk with me.
I love how you can see Ezio standing in the background just being like, I'm so subtle. Look how subtle I am.
Goes quietly.
Certo, maestro.
When are you close?
But yeah, the rainbow coat's really cool. This is such a weird glitch.
Hear what I have to say. He trusts me by now.
Forgive me, maestro.
Getting on the bridge, pain in the ass.
Perhaps a tad dangerous for you, involving yourself so intimately with the minutiae of our plans.
I feel the need to involve myself more directly. The Pazzi disappointed us in Firenze. I pray you will not do the same.
Do not worry this time. The Pazzi were a bunch of foolish...
The Pazzis were a potent and venerable family, reduced to rubble by one young assassin. Do not underestimate this troublesome foe, who now haunts your city. Or the same fate will befall the Barbarico. I want this done promptly. Bene, I must return to Roma. Time is of the essence. Do not fail us.
Suddenly it's a John Woo movie.
I should have kept my eyes on them. I need to go and see Antonio if I have any hope of salvaging this mess I've made.
Salute, bello mio. Come stai? You back to see me already?
Desolato, mia cara, but I am not here to play. I must speak with Antonio. It's urgent.
Antonio! Ezio's here!
Ezio just out here sleeping with literally everyone.
Ezio, is everything all right?
Carlo Grimaldi and the Barbarigo are in league with the one they call the Spaniard. They're going to murder the Doge and replace him with one of their own. They will have all of Venezia, their entire fleet, in their grasp.
And they call me a criminal.
Then you'll help me.
You have me on your side, brother. And the support of all my men.
And women.
Grazie, amici.
But, Ezio, I must warn you. It's not going to be so easy this time. Palazzo Ducale is the most heavily guarded building in Venezia.
Nothing is impenetrable.
This is why we like you, Ezio.
Come, let's go take a look. We'll come up with a plan. Ezio, look! Isn't that him? Grimaldi!
Don't you understand what I'm offering you, Signore? Listen to me, please. Or this will be your last chance.
Yes, you did hear me say the phrase erotic bark.
I meant nothing by it. I'm only looking out for your safety.
It's a technical term.
There's no way through this fence, and there are guards everywhere. Diavolo!
Stay close.
It's impossible. There's no way in or out for men. Only birds.
Yes. Birds.
Where are you going now?
To see my friend Leonardo.
Fucking galaxy brain over here. Thank you so much for hopping on and watching on this Thursday with me. And for your patience with the earlier part of the stream, which was mostly just me vamping for time while my console decided to update itself. You know, we'll be back next week with another fun trip to Venice and you know, moving the ball forward. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Patreon at Falcon Fictive, and you know, come check us out there. I'm right now, the stream is the thing that is going up with regularity and consistency, but we are working on other things. We are working on other projects that are going to get posted there in time. And so, you know, tune in there. Regular emails go out when the VOD gets posted and when recaps get posted. So again, if you haven't already, like and subscribe on Instagram, consider joining the Patreon, and check us out. Subscribe on YouTube. It really does help. Stay safe out there. Fall decided to start to show its head here in DC today, and it was truly lovely, and I hope that you enjoy wherever you are headed. Bye.